it's recommended that you use 100% cotton yarn, and that's because it absorbs liquids. I'm using the Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn. It's 100%. And the color is Summerfield Ombre. This is the C2, is it C2C pattern, which is a corner to corner. It's very widely used. I did design the placemats, and it's very simple. You're going to crochet a row of 20 squares and then a row of 15. And then you would, once you reach that quantity, then you would start to decrease. And then the border, you actually, once you finish, you go right into the border. So I recommend using 2 strands of whatever cotton yarn you're going to use. Makes it a little bit thicker, and it's best for placemats, especially because, you know, you put on, excuse me, any, you're eating and you have your whatever glass of Coke or whatever it is that you, iced tea, and goodness gracious, the glass starts to sweat. So this really absorbs the liquids. It's really good at that, and it's washable. I just think it's, but that's my opinion. I think it's just a little bit better to do 2 strands, so it can be a little bit thicker, but that's up to you. It's just a suggestion. And these will actually measure 21.5 inch wide by 16.5 inch long. So you can make up to 4 or up to 6. I guess most dining tables have 6. 6 plates, 6 settings. So you need 6. So, but that just depends. So I'm gonna go real quick and go into your snip knot. So if you're familiar with this stitch, it's going to be really easy. So you're going to chain up 6. And I'm using a 6mm hook, a little bit bigger for the stitch, because I'm using 2 strands actually. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to double crochet in the 4th chain. Here I would not recommend going in the back. It will not work. So you have to go in through here. And you're going to double crochet in the next chain. It is a little bit challenging sometimes with 2 strands, especially with cotton. What do you call it? Golly, I cannot think of any words. With cotton yarn, because it's a little bit rough, I would say. Okay, then you would crochet in the last chain. Double crochet, I mean. And again, it's not that bad. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it won't be as bad. And I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. I crocheted this thing, this other placemat, in hours. Okay, so this is what you're going to be left with. So this turning chain counts is going to count as a double crochet. So then you're going to chain up another 6. And do the same thing. You're going to go into this 4th chain from the hook. And you're going to double crochet there. Double crochet in the last one. I would, if you're not familiar with this stitch, I would recommend practicing it a little bit on just with 1 strand of yarn, just a regular acrylic yarn. Because like I said, it's a little bit challenging using 2 strands of the cotton. So maybe if you practiced a little bit, then once you get the hang of it, then you can do this. So next, you're going to join right here in this chain 3 space. You're going to join it by doing a slip stitch. And you're going to chain up 3 and then 3 double crochets in that same space. And here it is, 3 double crochets. Then you're going to chain up 6 again. And that's going to be your increase on both sides. It's always going to be like that. Again, in the 4th chain from the hook, just make sure that you grab all the here's another one. So this is basically again, it's really simple. It's one of those stitches that I learned a very long time ago, and I don't have the need to go back and see how it's, how to do it. It's always, I won't forget it. It's just one of those strange things. I guess like it's the granny square. So again, you're going to attach, you're going to do a slip stitch in the chain 3 space. And you're going to do your 3 double crochets. 3 chains. This is not a good day for a tutorial. It's Monday, so yeah. Just by Monday, you can understand, the reason behind my absent mind. Okay, so then again, you're going to go here, and you're in the chain 3 space, and you're going to chain up 3, and you're going to do 3 double crochets. So that's basically it. You're going to do the 3 on each side. That's the increase. So you chain up the 6 and then start and then turn over. So this is going to start, so, to get wider. Now, on one side, once you've reached, I guess I can show you actually, it would be easier, but what I do is that once I reach 10 on each side, I place a stitch marker so I know that's the 10th square. And then that way it's easy for me to keep, what's that word? Make sure that I don't crochet more squares than I need to, I guess. To keep track, that's what I was trying to say. It's easier for me to keep track. So I'm going to crochet this, and then I'll show you what I mean by putting a stitch marker in the 10th square. Okay, so once you have reached 10 squares on each side, place a stitch marker. So this one, because there's going to be, now I really don't know, I do get a little confused as to which side is going to be the odd side and the even side. That's why I put the stitch marker, so I can keep an eye as I go, so I know, oh, I've reached 5 on this one, and then I know I need to start to decrease. And then once you reach 20 on the other, to start to decrease. So that's just a suggestion, because again, I don't know which one's the odd and the even side. That's the way I track it. So I will come back once I've reached the 15th square, and I'm going to show you how to start to decrease. Okay, so I have reached the 15th square on this side. So here's the 10th. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once you reach that, the 15th square, we're going to start to decrease. And the decrease is really simple. So you're going to do your last square, next to last. You're going to attach it to the square with a single crochet. Now you will not be adding any more squares, so what you will do is just turn your work around, and then you're going to slip stitch all the way to here. So here's the chain 3, it's a slip stitch. Then you're going to start your next row. So just chain up 3 and do your 3 double crochets. And continue the pattern. So that's how you decrease. So that's what you would do to continue decreasing on this side. You know, once you reach there, turn it, once you reach attach to the last square and turn it around. And that's how you decrease. So on this side, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 16. So we need 4 more squares to complete the other side. And then we start to decrease. Yeah, once we start, we'll decrease once we reach the 20th square. And this gives you a good idea as to where you are. So I have reached the 20th block, I guess you would say, or square. Square, actually. So you do the same as on the other side. We're going to start to decrease. So just attach it with a single crochet, with a slip stitch. And you're just going to turn and slip stitch until you get to the chain 3 space. Oh goodness. Okay. Let's see if I can. You chain up 3, and you do your 3 double crochets and continue with the pattern, and then continue decreasing on both sides now, so eventually it will close up. So this is more or less, see, it's going to look like this. So we're going to start decreasing. So I'm going to come back once I have finished this one, and then I'll show you real quick how to do the border, and that's it. Okay, so I'm at the end. I've already slip stitched across the last square. So this is the end of the placemat. And then you're just going to join here with a slip stitch. Then, if you're going to start a new color, I would suggest starting it from here. Oops, guess I was out of frame. Starting it from here. Because what you will do is chain up 3. You're going to do, in this space right here, you're going to do 4 double crochets. So this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Oh God, I've been having issues with this yarn all day. Let me see. Okay, then here in the next one, you're going to do a single crochet in the middle. So it's going to probably be a little bit difficult to get this thing through because of the yarn. And then you pull it through. then you do 5 double crochets in this space, in the next space. And then here again in the center, you're going to do a single crochet. It's a little hard, but not impossible. Here it is. And that is it. So you do your 5 double crochets, single crochet, and then you're going here at the corner, you're going to do your single crochet here, and in this corner you're going to do 5 double crochets. Then you're going to, I think, do a single crochet here, and then do your 5 double crochets. So it's going to be like a 5 double crochet and then single crochet right here, and then 5 double crochets, and then here in the middle, anywhere actually, you can do your slip stitch, your single crochet. I'll come back and show. I'll finish this and so you can see how to do the corners on this side, and then you just repeat the same pattern all around. So I did the corner. So you do the corner, you do the 5, then you do your single crochet somewhere. If you're doing it, well, it's going to be kind of difficult to do it directly here. So just wherever, even if it's lower than usual, it'll be fine. And then continue with your 5 double crochets. And that's the edge, or the border actually, not the edge. Oh God. So that's the border for this. If you're using the yarn that I'm using, this one, you will need 4 if you're going to do the 2 strands, because for each cone, I mean, if you're going to do just 1 strand and you're going to do 4 of these, you just need 2. But if you're going to do the 2 strands, you need 4. I'll recommend waiting till it is kind of expensive. It's about $15 a cone. So I would recommend looking around to see if there's any discounts, coupons on it. But that's the pattern. So when you reach the end here, you're going to end in your 5 double crochets and then your single crochet, and then you just attach the yarn here and you're finished. If you want to do matching, what do you call those? Coasters. Jeez. If you want to do matching coasters, then it would be, you would crochet 5 and 4. So 5 squares, and then you start to decrease when you reach 4. If you reach 4 squares first, of course, 4 squares, you start to decrease, and then you reach 5 squares on the other side, decrease, and then that's more or less a little coaster, and then you do the same edging as this, the same border, and you have your matching coasters, which I think it looks nice with the matching coasters. So if you want to do 6 of these, I think you will need, because I got 2 out of that too, you need an extra 2 cones if you're doing the 2 strands to get the 2. So, but this is the pattern. It's, you know, the corner to corner, really easy. So it's just 15 and 20. So when you hit the 15 and then you hit the 20, that's when you start to decrease. Sorry, my little dog I have a little Yorkie and my daughter's screaming at her. So this is it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I hope you learned something new today, and thank you for watching.